Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. New is in the gospel, bro, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just another quick lesson through the spirit, just kind of going into some clarity on the herbs. Just two herbs, the Mullein tea and the charrapal tea, which is, I went in the last segment of they're basically good for digestion and pain, anti-inflammatory, because the foods that we consume in this kingdom, without the digestive enzymes, the synthetic ingredients, the fake ingredients, all the processed foods, it causes a lot of inflammation in the body, especially like a lot of meats and processed meats and beef and stuff like that. Like at a point in time, beef was actually good for consumption, good for protein, and it was good for omega-3 fatty acids. But now the beef has been processed, shot with injections, with different chemicals and hormones. The cattle was all out of whack. Sometimes they're malnourished, sometimes they're overweight. And, corn-fed, which anything that's corn-fed, you really want to stay away from it. Okay, because actually the corn you see today is really GMO corn, because we had more like kernels, like they were grinded up more like grits, so to speak. They were more battered, so to speak, than these particular kernels you see today, or kernel corns you see today, which is totally genetically modified, man. So coming up in Babylon the Great, this is a death culture. Everything in America represents death, okay, not health, because the pharmaceutical companies, they get rich. And the big banks and the big corporations, they get money off people being sick, man. Okay, like they always say, and we always say, there's no money in cure. And in fact, it is money in cure, because you have over 350 million people in this country, with 80% of the people being sick. That's money right there you can make, but it's not a ongoing profiting business, because once you cure somebody, they go on about their day, and then that's a done deal. But see, this is the reason why the Most High has set this place up perfectly to be judged, because this is the reason why he has to come get us. Because let's just say if we had perfect women, we had good food, we had water supply, we had perfect state of health, there will be no need for the kingdom of heaven, because everything will be pretty much sacred on his side. So you have to understand that this is the very this is the kingdom that we have to be delivered from. It's very degrading. Okay, so I looked up the benefits of Mullein tea, and it says Mullein tea is also said to help treat gout. Okay, for those of you that have gout, a lot of times people with gout have a high sodium intake, eat a lot of pork. Like my grandmother, she used to get gout in her big toe a lot because she had a very high diet full of sodium. Okay, fried chicken, catfish, pork, neck bones, all that good stuff, all that bad stuff, And she used to have episodes where her feet swell up, so she would have to soak them in Epsom salt to cure the inflammation. But nonetheless, gout starts from within the digestive tract, the bloodstream. Too much sodium can cause inflammation of the cells, and before you know it, you're walking around with 3 feet on one leg. Okay, so it says the plant has anti-inflammatory properties, help to reduce inflammation and pain. It says Mullein tea leaves are also a diuretic tea, man. Okay, now when you look up diuretic, let's look that up. Diuretic goes into causing an increased passing of urine, which is pretty much good to helping you, urinate, helping you piss, because your kidneys, they filter out toxins, and then, you piss them out. Okay, like I notice when I urinate a lot of times my urine is a light color yellow, sometimes clear, because you're pissing out those toxins over time. Same way if you're you're taking a number 2 bowel movement, you're getting the leftover waste out of your body. Your body is basically a healing agent, but the shit that Esau has done to us and how he's poisoned the earth, our bodies are not functioning in optimal condition, and this is the reason why we have to get new bodies, man. Okay, because we all have some type of illness or disease in our body due to being in Babylon the Great, which disease means just the body that is not at ease. Okay, you just got to put the body back in balance, and a lot of times that's what it is. So holistic healing chiropractors, things like that. Acupuncture, like I go see a Chinese doctor today, or I go see a Chinese medicine. You know, that's actually good to get into because they deal with acupuncture, pressure points, and pretty much putting the body back in balance for optimal use versus going to some damn doctor and he's prescribing you a bunch of damn medication, which is set to mask the symptoms and not cure it. See, and like I said, man, there's no business in cure. He wants to keep you dependent. It's like you get an infection and you put a Band-Aid on it. I mean, the Band-Aid is just covering the affection, but the affection is still there. Then before you know it, you need that medication, you need this, you need that. No, man. In the kingdom, we're not going to need no damn, you know what. You know, and this is not, I guess you, well, you know, Esau may try to flag the video, but I'm going to say it this way. This is not medical advice. We're just speaking the truth, and this is just for educational purposes. We're not telling people not to go see their primary physicians, which, you know, we know the real truth of that, but for edification purposes. It says Mullein has been shown to aid in respiratory problems, including asthma, tuberculosis, cough, shortness of breath, reducing inflammation. And inflammation here is a big one, okay? Which you can find majority of the people in the country or in this society, they have inflammation. Okay, most ailments come from having an overly acidic body and inflammation. That's what causes the body to be out of balance, out of whack. Inflammation in an overly acidic body. But when you alkalinize the organs and the blood, then you know your body can heal itself. But you need to have an overly acidic stomach so you can break down the particular compounds so you can digest the foods, you know. But it says the consumption of Mullein tea may help improve a number of digestive issues, like we mentioned in the last video, and it may provide relief from diarrhea and constipation by clearing the digestive tract. Okay, so Mullein tea is a great beneficial use. So I have a precept here. This is the book of Psalms 104, and I'm gonna start at verses Psalms 104. Damn, I just had it. Damn, I might be overlooking it. Peace. Yep, Psalms 104, and I'm gonna start at verses 14. It says, "He causes the grass to grow for the cattle, and herb for the service of men, that he may bring forth food out of the earth." Okay, and that's where you get the term organic from. Okay, organic means simply from the earth. Organic. Everything is really organic because everything you see is from the earth. Okay, everything that you see around you from the foods, I mean, except for the GMO shit, but even then, the particular seeds, they replicated from the earth. You know, the particular teas, the trees, the leaves, everything, the dirt, everything is created from the soil, from the dirt of the earth. You know, that's why a lot of times in the mulch business, it's like such a lucrative business because basically the only thing you're doing, you're chopping down wood and trees and then you're just recycling it. You turn it into a mulch, you put it in the dirt, and then you recycle it and you sell it. And then they do what they want to do with it, which is clever in my opinion. But it says, "And wine make it glad the heart of man, and oil to make his face shine, and bread which strengthen a man's heart." Okay, it says the trees of the Lord are full of sap, which is like the balm, or like the like tree sap. Like if you look at a pine tree, you know what I'm saying? The sap from the roots and so forth and the bark of the tree is like a sticky substance. It smells good. You know, a lot of times they use fragrant, like a lot of the colognes and stuff like that and air fresheners, they are replications of tree sap. You know, like colognes and frankincense and myrrh. You got Egyptian musk. You know, what is another one? Frankincense and myrrh, Egyptian myrrh. You got a lot of different spices that they get from the sap or the tree sap. And they replicate it in these particular colognes. And this is why a lot of times if you get like the Polo cologne and then you get some Kenneth Cole or Ralph Lauren or whatever, Sean John, a lot of times those smells sound similar, or they smell similar because they replicate those particular smells, you know, though Esau put his folly in it. But it says here, making a man's heart glad and strengthen a man's heart, but the trees are full of sap and the cedars of Lebanon which he had planted. Okay, so that's the point, man. You know, the herbs are a good thing. You know, we try to incorporate them. That way we can stay out of those death clinics, which causes a lot of money. It's like you basically paying to keep yourself in a distasteful state, so to speak. And I have to watch what I say, because you know these YouTube people, they're just itching for us to say something, that's all, but yet everybody else gets a goddamn pass, man. All right. So I looked up benefits of charrapal, which it says Native Americans, which is Gad and Reuben, have used charrapal for many years to relieve pain and inflammation. It says they also use it to treat many illnesses, including colds, diabetes, digestive problems, and cancers. Okay. The three biggest ailments in America that claim a lot of lives are diabetes, digestive issues, and cancers, because a lot of the cancers or a lot of the digestive issues can be linked to cancer. Like if they tell you got pancreatic cancer, then hey, you're literally on your way up out of here, because that's like when you in the last stages of that, there's like really no reversing it, because allegedly you can't detect it until you in your final stage, which is folly in my opinion. But you know, Esau, like I said, anything to make another dollar. It says in traditional medicine, charrapal tea is used to treat gallbladder and kidney stones, okay, which gallbladder is one of the most common surgeries in America. They remove your gallbladder, and before you know it, you're malnourished. They say 40% of the patients that have their organ took out, which you're not supposed to take out any organs in your body, okay? You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at a vehicle or a car, it's modeled after the human body. Like, how the hell can a car run without a transmission, you know, or without an engine? Or how can a car run? I mean, you know, a car can run on oil, of course. I mean, on water, of course. They found that out in electricity. But they just say that the typical car or the traditional vehicle, in today's term, you can't drive it without oil in it, you know? So it's kind of crazy. But they say 40% of the people that get that removed, they experience the same complications they were trying to escape from. And a lot of times when that's gone, your liver takes on a full brunt, meaning your other organs overly compensate for the one that's missing. So your liver takes a hit. So a lot of times you have a lot of constipation and diarrhea, or if you're overweight, you can't lose the weight, or if you're malnourished, it's hard to gain weight, because the gallbladder is designed to process the fats and the bile salts to hit the stream so you can have an effective bowel movement, you see. But that's such a common surgery because of the processed food. People have kidney stones, they have gallbladder, gallstones. It's very painful, you know. Luckily, I didn't run into any of that, you know. And also another thing too, brothers, with the ginger shot, actually I incorporate ginger, lemon, cayenne pepper, and turmeric. Okay, turmeric, good for inflammation, and cayenne pepper is good for the bloodstream, and it helps to push the food out of the digestive tract. Okay, also cayenne pepper is good to keep your man's working right, because it promotes blood flow, vitality. All right. But it says it has also been prompted for antioxidant effects as a blood purifier and a weight loss agent. Okay. Like I was with a client, and I went to him to his appointment, and basically he was trying to prescribe him like this. I forgot, he had something for like his not his blood pressure. He was good on that, but it was something else, like, because he's going deaf, and you know, he's blind, and his cholesterol levels. And I'm like, what the fuck are you prescribing him? And I'm like, X, Y, and Z. He's like, well, there's no proof that worked. I said, how the hell is it not proof that it worked, when the fact of the shit that you're prescribing comes from the study of actual herbology or herbal medicine? So how the hell you mean it don't work? All because the F to the D to the capital A didn't approve it doesn't mean it's not effective. And most of the shit that they approve proved to be ineffective, and it proves to fucking kill you. Because we know that this is not a righteous society, man. So of course, people in these institutions are gonna prescribe shit that's gonna fuck you up, man. And they showed you that in that movie Painkillers on Netflix. You know, I recommend every brother and you few sisters to watch that show. It's called Painkiller. It's crazy how Amalek got rich off that. But basically, man, those are the benefits of these particular teas. All right, so I got another precept here. Proverbs 27, and I'm gonna start at verses 27 and hold up. Proverbs 27 and I think it's 25. Yep, Proverbs 27 and 25. It says, the hay appeareth, which hay is grass, and the tender grass showeth itself, and herbs of the mountains are gathered. Okay? It says that the lambs are for thy clothing, and the goats are for the price of the field. It says, and thou shalt have goat's milk, which we should drink, enough for thy food, for the food of thy household, and for the maintenance of thy maidens. Okay, so we should be drinking goat's milk. Shouldn't be drinking no goddamn cow's milk, man. Especially when none of the enzymes are filtered through it anymore. They process everything out. And you wonder why you have all these complications down in life. But that word herb in the Hebrew, it goes into Aisha. What is that? Aishaba. Yeah, Aishaba, which means herb, herbage, grass, or green plants. Okay, which the Most High said he created the herbs for the service of men. He that is wise but not abhor. You know, so definitely, man, you want to incorporate these particular practices if you can. We know ultimate healing comes through Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, but it's still, you know, good to try to keep yourself in some type of shape. You know, just in case you have to make some moves, or, you know, just so you won't feel like shit, man. It's a horrible thing to feel bad in the body, especially when you know you're pretty healthy. It's horrible, man. That's frustrating. It's depressing. Honestly, it make you don't even want to fucking be around no more, man. Okay. One more precept, and I'm gonna end it. Yep. Sirach 30 and 17. It says, death is better than a life of continuous, or death is better. It says, death is better than a bitter life or continued sickness. And our people are sick, man, physically and mentally. Okay. Just straight up, man. You know, we're just through. And it's only through the grace and mercy of Yahweh Shem Shai that we're able to even stand and do the work. You know, Sirach 37 and 30, for excess of meats bringeth sickness, and surfeiting will turn into a cloder, man. Okay, meats, meaning what you're consuming, the different diets like the pork, the shrimp, and even fucking beef and chicken, man, which is supposed to be a good protein for you. But even in the ancient world, meat was more like a delicacy. Okay, we didn't have access to go getting a bison burger every damn day of the week. Like right now, you go up the street and go to Five Guys and get you a steak burger. You know what I'm saying? You can eat that 5 days a week if you want. But in the ancient world, it was not so. Okay. Sirach 38 and 9, it says, my son, in thy sickness be not negligent, but pray unto Yahweh, and he shall make thee whole. And, hey, healing comes through a process of time. And sometimes the Lord can heal you on the spot, just depending on his will. But overall, man, you know, the Lord has given us this information, so we must utilize it. But with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Shem Shai. And with that, shalom and above all, shalom.